So, hello, good day to everyone. We are from the Group 3 and we're here to present our findings in our case study about the ways and benefits of promoting local heritage. So, I'm Geraldus Alec and together with Antoinette Torino, allow us to present the case study. Next slide, please. So, the target of this study is to identify and analyze the specific ways to promote local heritage, such as festivals, cultural tourism, and community engagement, and to evaluate their benefits in terms of cultural preservation, tourism growth, and economic development. So, basically, our case study will focus on providing actionable recommendations for enhancing heritage promotion across the Philippines. Next slide. So why is this case study important? So the significance of this case study lies in its potential to highlight the unique strategies employed in promoting and preserving the local heritage. So by examining these strategies or ways, the study will provide valuable insights into how cultural traditions and historical landmarks can effectively leverage to boost tourism and foster community pride. So, but with these strategies or ways nga among i-present in this case study, where it will help those regions to how they will make their tourism nga sector boost or their economic growth. So, that's the significance of this case study. Next slide, please. So here are our findings based on the researches that we made. So as you can see here sa concept map, so there are two parts of this kanang case study. First is what are the ways of promoting local heritage, and second is what are the benefits in promoting local heritage. So let's first talk about the ways of promoting local heritage. So let's talk about kanang the Philippines first. So the Philippines is very rich in culture because the people here are the country has been colonized by different kanang nationalities, the Spanish, the Japanese, the Americans. So with that, daghan jud kay kanang local heritage ang atong country. So how does the Philippines promote its local heritage man? So, according to our research, the first way to promote the local heritage is first the role of technology. So, as we all know, today, most of the people use technology in terms of communication and para ma-update po sila. So, with that, social media has been feasible to distribute the local heritage to the audience ever than before. So this can be an aid in creating awareness about the significance of the heritage and promoting its conservation. So through social media, people will now be aware on how they can appreciate the distinctiveness of each local heritage. So social media can also relay the experiences of the related local heritages, and the individuals can help through creating a sense of communication through shared identity. So that is the first way with the use of technology. So the second way is through heritage festivals. So properly prearranged heritage festivals have the potential to fascinate, exhibit cultural traditions, and educate the general public at the same time, raising the economic impact on the community. So heritage festivals are on the important element on the ways in promoting local heritage because it educates the local people about a specific heritage and to um, in which it can be given in a general time. So first is second is the heritage festival. The third one is heritage newspaper. So here, the local government or even the citizens can bring out newspapers about specific local heritage, and then ma-input nga to ang mga important details about that specific heritage. So with that, there will be a spread of information kung what that local heritage is all about to different people. So the fourth one is heritage and education. So since education kay kanang is a basic man endless course of learning. So through education, people can also be, or students or young ones kay will be aware about a specific local heritage kung asa na siya gikan and what is its significance sa country nga naa. So through education. Next is the heritage trails. So it is also an effective way to engage the public in exploring cultural heritage in accessible and interactive manner. So I think the best example for heritage trails is kuan the gabi sa Kabilin, organized by the kuan local government of Cebu City, wherein kanang they will visit different local heritages sa Cebu, and then with that they can promote each local heritage sa mga tao. So these are the ways that can help in promoting local heritage around the country. So the role of technology, heritage festivals, heritage newspaper, heritage and education, and heritage trails. So now let's move on to the second part of this case study, which is what are the benefits in promoting local heritage. So how does this help in terms of tourism growth and economic growth? So the first one is the socio-economic growth. So the effective production of local heritage can lead to enhance the socio-economic growth of different kanang places or areas. So by sharing anecdotes and experiences related to this, like through sharing the ways man kay kanang the the socio-economic of a city will grow. Next is the sustainable tourism development. So when local heritage is promoted responsibly, it can create sustainable stream of revenue for tourism that aligns with environmental protection and cultural conservation. So this approach ensures that the immediate economic benefits do not come at the cost of cultural degradation. So na-boost ang tourism but wala na degrade ang local heritage nga gi-visit. So kanang mura siya win-win situation. So the third benefit is job creation. So the tourism industry linked to local heritage can generate various job opportunities in areas like local areas, tour guiding, conservation, directly benefiting the local community. So this is especially crucial in regions where employment options may be limited. So especially for the indigenous people, no, or the local communities. So with the use or with the help of the local heritage kay they can have a job. They will be hired as kanang mag-maintain lang sa place or ing ana. So that's the third benefit in promoting local heritage. The fourth benefit is education and capacity building. So engaging the local community in heritage promotion provides opportunities for education and training. So it can involve skill development for artisans, training for future tour guides, and raising awareness for the importance of heritage conservation and its economic potential. So through education, there will be kanang more skill training for those kanang people nga interested about the local heritage. So the last benefit in promoting the local heritage is the cultural exchange and diversity. So by attracting tourists from different backgrounds and culture, promoting local heritage can facilitate cultural exchanges that enrich both visitors and the host community. So this promotes cultural diversity and a broader understanding among various cultures. So through promoting the local heritage, there will be an exchange of culture, their learnings, their insights. Kay for example, na visit nga lahi yang culture and then iya na siyang explain sa kana nga specific nga kuan kanang heritage. So murag ma-exchange, there will be an exchange of kanang cultural heritage or local heritage sa ilang place. So I believe nga according to our research findings, no, all in all or in total, the local heritage serves a significant tourism resource that can attract visitors, enhance tourism revenues, and ultimately benefit local economies. So, properly managed conservation of cultural heritage not only promotes cultural value but also creates a sustainable stream of revenue that supports socioeconomic growth in a long term. So that's our research findings based on what are the ways and what are the benefits in promoting local heritage.
Okay, now let's proceed to the contextual application of our research. So how can this research be used in our local area? So this study on local heritage promotion and preservation provides insightful information that can be used in our local area, particularly in promotion of heritage tourism, community engagement, and cultural preservation. The insights from this research can be used to enhance the promotion of heritage in a way that brings both cultural and economic benefits to the community. So for my local area, specifically the Cebu, so Kalishang insights can be used to enhance the promotion of our heritage since Cebu is also known of its kanang rich na cultural heritage. So first, okay here, so utilizing technology to promote cultural heritage. The social media and digital platforms can be a powerful tool in promoting the rich and cultural heritage in our local community. This can engage both locals and tourists, spreading awareness about cultural practices, festivals, and conservation efforts. So, how can we use technology man in promoting cultural heritage? So, for example, we create dedicated pages and websites so we can share historical facts, photos, and stories that highlight the rich cultural and historical diversity of a certain area or the Cebu specifically. Next is the heritage festivals as catalyst for cultural and economic development. The heritage festivals can serve as both educational and economic engines, similar to how the Philippines uses festivals like Sinulog or Panagbenga to celebrate cultural identity. We can organize local festivals that showcase traditional dances, indigenous music, and local foods and crafts. So here, they by expanding the scope of these festivals to include exhibitions of indigenous practices, local arts and crafts and performances, we can provide a platform for cultural education. And also, these festivals can be linked with the businesses or mga local businesses, artisans, and tourism services, creating economic opportunities for residents. Next is the incorporating heritage in education. So incorporate local heritage into the curriculum to give the student a deep understanding of his or her own cultural background. So this would mean teaching history, arts, and social studies in relation to local traditions, languages, and historical events that may be more familiar to students. So for example, this kanang mga field trips like we visit mga heritage sites, museums, or centers that provide an experience into history sa mga students. So such experience allows students to internalize this learning by engaging their attention in lessons while them into pride and responsibilities toward the preservation of heritage. Next is developing heritage trails. So local communities can create heritage trails that link important local landmarks, including historical sites, indigenous villages, or ancestral homes. The trails can be either self-guided or guided tours that allow visitors to interact and learn about the heritage of the place. So one of the example is katong gabi sa Kabilin. So murag naitabo siya sa Cebu. So that pwede po na siyang i-held sa mga provinces nga na yung mga daghan po nga mga heritage na mga sites or mga heritage kanang destinations. Next is socio-economic benefits of promoting local heritage. So promotion of local heritage can benefit the community in numerous socio-economic ways. So it may increase revenues from tourism, jobs, and business opportunities in hospitality, tour guiding, and artisan crafts. So local heritage may thus be a sustainable source of income through cultural tourism that supports growth without sacrificing the integrity of cultural traditions. So in addition, ang kaning by promoting so sa local heritage so mas maangat pang economic sa usa ka lugar. Okay. So that's it for our case study, and then we can apply also as educator. We can instill a sense of pride, ownership, and responsibility among the students toward their local culture. And as a Cebu citizen, we can contribute to preserve the Cebu's heritage by showing support for local initiatives, participating in cultural events, and promoting the island's rich history among locals and visitors. So that's it for our study.
Thank you so much, everyone, for listening.